Hi everyone! Today I'm going to share with you some organic solutions for pest control in your vegetable garden. Gardening and growing your own vegetables is a one-of-a-kind experience, and it's so satisfying, but let's get real. Along with the high points, there's also some low points. And there's nothing more frustrating than seeing your vegetable plants chewed up by insects. Now, because you have pests in your garden doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It might not be possible to completely eliminate them, but you definitely can control them with some easy solutions. Now, I'm working with Bonide for this video, and they have a couple great solutions that I'm going to share with you today later in the video. But really, going on the offense is the best defense about pests. Get them before they get out of control. When it comes to pest control in your vegetable garden, prevention is always the best cure. It's a whole lot easier to prevent a problem than to control it when you have an infestation. One way you can go on the offense against pests is with a really simple row cover. I love these. They're quick, simple, inexpensive. This is just a piece of tulle. It's see-through, so it still allows the sunlight to get through. And the key with these is you put them on your garden beds or your raised beds while your plants are still young, before the moths have a chance to get in there and lay eggs, which hatch into the cabbage loopers, which then chew on your plants. So just place it over your garden bed. You do want to clip it on fairly tightly here to prevent anything from getting in. And it's a super effective, simple way for pest control in your vegetable garden. Something else that you can do to go on the offensive is to check your garden daily. Not only will it be fun to wander around your garden, but it will give you a chance to look for any problems that might happen. You want to be looking for holes in your leaves or insects on your plants. That way, again, you can prevent the problem before it gets out of hand. A big problem that a lot of gardeners deal with is the insects that crawl in the soil and chew away at the stems of your plants or chew holes in the leaves. This is especially a problem when you've just planted a new garden bed like we did yesterday. I planted seeds, I've got young seedlings, and they're just not strong enough to fend off those pests, which are super destructive. So a solution that I've used for years is Bonide's Bug and Slug Killer. I love this. It's super easy to apply, a pelleted formula. It's for organic gardening. It's people and pet safe. All you have to do is pop the lid. So you just basically sprinkle it around your seedlings, around where you planted seeds, to prevent the bugs and the slugs from eating your seedlings as they germinate. This contains spinosad, which is really interesting. It actually comes from a naturally occurring soil-dwelling bacterium, which was discovered in an abandoned Caribbean rum distillery in 1982 and has never been found anywhere else in the world. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it acts as a bait for the bugs and the slugs. So they're attracted to it, eat the bait, and die, and then leave your seedlings alone. Another big problem that a lot of gardeners face that's super frustrating is holes in the leaves of your plants, myself included. Case in point, I have a basil plant here, just planted a few weeks ago. It's got a ton of holes in it, which is a really good indication that there's some type of worm chowing down on the basil. Now, a great solution that I've used for years is Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. One reason that I like this is not only is it approved for organic gardening, but it also is a targeted pest control and has minimal impact on beneficial insects and on pollinators. Now, when you're applying any type of spray to your garden plants, you always want to do it in the morning or in the evening, not in the bright sunlight, and always do a test spray first. Wait 24 hours and then spray again if everything looks okay. So what you want to do with this is you want to spray the tops of the leaves and the bottoms of the leaves. You want to make sure that you spray it when the insects are there, when the worms are there. And you want to do this until the spray runs off the leaves, till the plant is dripping wet. Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew works for all different types of insects, the chewing insects, like the worms, even like the little spider mites like I'm just starting to get over here on my tomato plant. They like to attack tomatoes. They're super tiny, hard to see, but an indication that you have spider mites is tiny little white specks on your leaves. So Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, which also contains spinosad, is very effective against spider mites. You do want to spray them at the first sign. And you can spray Captain Jack's about once a week or so. And it really is helpful for getting rid of all the leaf chewing insects in your garden. Again, I'm spraying the tops of the leaves, the bottoms of the leaves, until it's dripping wet. Remember, when pests come into your garden, it's not your fault. It's going to happen at some point during the growing season. And I really wanted to get these 3 methods to you: the offensive method of covering your garden beds, going on the defensive with the bug and slug killer and the dead bug brew. I wanted to get these to you early in the growing season so that you were armed and ready with some solutions to help protect your vegetables from pests. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.